Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Fresha and I'm interested in learning how to live a happier, healthier, more creative life. And since you clicked on the video, I'm hoping that you and I can learn how to build the lives that we want together. Alright, today, it's the weekend. I'm chilling at home. When I woke up this morning, it was 41 degrees, which means we are making our way towards late fall, towards the winter. Okay? My radiator kicked in the other week. I've got all my dry skin products, all the things to protect my moisture barrier. My sinuses are already drying out right on time. It feels like it's time for me to finish up all of my fall season transitional activities. After living in Southern California for about 14 years, I'm still getting back into the swing of seasons, you know? I grew up in Northern California, which I think a lot of people, when they think California, they always just think sunshine, surf, sand, 70 degrees year round. That's more or less true in Southern California, but Northern California is not too far off seasonally from the Northeast. Like it's probably a little bit more temperate, but where I grew up, north of San Francisco, up near Napa Valley, the seasons are a little bit more defined than they are in Southern California. So I'm no stranger to seasons, but it has been a very long time since I have lived in them. I'm coming up on 2 years in New York, which is crazy. I feel like I've simultaneously been here forever and like no time at all. But I feel like with every season, I get better. Each year I get better at the seasons. So there are a lot of things to do for fall. I've already gotten a head start. I have like a pile of clothes right here, just out of frame, that need to be brought to the tailor or to be dry cleaned. So I'm gonna sort through those and figure out what I need to bring to the tailor for this season specifically. I gotta check my cold weather clothing and shoes, make sure that nothing needs to be repaired so that they can last through the season and for many years to come. Oh, I got my flu shot and COVID booster earlier this week. Went down to my little pharmacy after a run. I was like, I'm already out, may as well. Let me tell you, I forgot just how much either of them to begin with, like the flu shot or the COVID booster, they kind of fuck you up a little bit. And I got them both at the same time, which is not fun. I got the COVID booster in my left arm and then my flu shot on my right arm. I will say, I think the COVID booster was worse. My arm was like pretty sore for a couple of days, and then the next day I actually did feel sick. Had a horrible headache. My body was so tired and my muscles were so sore. I just felt fatigued. I'm sure getting the COVID booster and the flu shot at the same time didn't help things. So, but now it's done. It's checked off the list, okay? Step number 1 of the autumn to-do list and a flu season and cold season checked off the list. Welcome to the other half of my closet, by the way. I was facing the other direction. This is the dream. Okay, first thing, I need to find all of my old masks. Even though I got my COVID booster, my flu shot, it is still cold and flu season. Obviously, the flu shot doesn't protect you against everything, so I do want to be prepared with all of my masks when I go on the subway or when I start going out to Christmas markets and holiday parties. The thing is, I swear to God, during COVID, I literally had dozens of masks. They are probably strewn about all of the different bags, which are all strewn about my apartment. I'm talking work bags, I'm talking fanny packs, I'm talking carry-ons, suitcases, and now I have to turn over every bag in my apartment, hunting these masks down like I'm collecting Horcruxes. Okay, next, I'm switching out the bags from my entryway coat rack. I like to do this from season to season just to switch out not just the bags, but the accessories I want to have on hand before I head out the door. So in the fall and winter, of course, I'm gonna have scarves, beanies, you know. In terms of the bags, I'm pulling off all the bags that I love to use in the spring and summer. So these are generally bags that are made of natural materials like raffia, rope, basket materials, you get the gist. These are bags that aren't really built to stand up to the colder elements or to the rain. They just won't protect the inside contents as much as, say, a leather bag or a bag with a closure. So these lighter bags are just much better kept in storage during the wet New York winters. I'm also continuing my search for masks as I rifle through all of these bags because I swear to God, I just don't know where all of my masks went. Oh, also, since I'm at my entryway table, here are my favorite winter gloves. They're from Land's End and they're just really simple black leather gloves that are lined with silk. I've started to switch out the items in my purse to better suit the colder weather. So this is one of my go-to hand creams. It's the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast hand cream. I always carry around a hand sanitizer no matter the season because New York. It's gross. And then last but definitely not least, it's time for a thicker lip balm. All right, my entryway coat rack, table, purse essentials are all cleaned out and refreshed. And then these bags are going into storage in my closet and we'll see them again next spring. Next, I'm collecting all of my sweaters, which I recently freed from their vacuum sealed bags. Let me tell you, it is such a joy to live in a place again where I can fully embrace sweater season. It's so satisfying to pull my sweaters out here in New York and know that they're going to be put to good use. But first, I do need to depill them. I've just got some basic knit turtlenecks, some tighter ribbed knit ones, and then some fun, more colorful sweaters, like this one from Paloma Wool that I love. That's color blocked and is just one of the coziest things that I own. It makes me so happy every year when I pull it out. I just have a small depiller that a friend recommended to me. I'm sure I got it from Amazon. It's so meditative depilling sweaters, and it's so satisfying to go through rituals like this, taking care of the things you have so that they look good during the season and that they last for future ones. All right, depilling sweaters is done, so we're on to the next thing. I gotta tell you, this closet is the stuff of New York City dreams, or at least Brooklyn dreams. It is literally the size of like a small bedroom. I could probably fit a twin bed in here. And while there are many things that I love about my apartment, this is chief amongst them. As a Virgo sun sign, someone who loves organizing and who believes everything has a place, it is nice to actually have a place for all the things that don't really have a place or can't fit neatly in a New York apartment. So I have gone through my closet, identified all of the things that need to be brought to the tailor. I thought we could go through them together just because I think it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a fun thing to go through your clothes and figure out what you want to do with them. I like to do this twice a year, if not every season, just to comb through the things that I am using, the things that I like and want to keep, and the things that I can let go of. I think that just helps keep a closet fresh and helps you kind of build a mental map of what you have so that then you can build a map of what you need. So I will first shop my closet. When you shop your closet, you're often reminded of the things that you have forgotten you have. Like even in just going through this very quick rifle through all of my hangers, I was like, oh my God, I forgot I had this shirt, or like I forgot I had this sweater. I have this thing, but I have to get it darned or mended. Here are the things I need to get mended for the fall winter season. Okay, so this thing that I'm holding here, this is an oversized Eileen Fisher button up, and I think it's 100% linen. Yes, 100% organic Irish linen. I thrifted this in West LA, I think at like the National Jewish Women's Council, and I think I probably got this in 2018. So I've had this for 6, almost 7 years. You'll see here, I have a binder clip attached to it because one of the buttons popped out. And so I basically, when I take this to the tailor, I just need to get a replacement button. I guess technically I could do that for myself, but since I'm bringing so many other things, I'm willing to pay the extra couple bucks for the convenience rather than me having to make a separate trip, going to a fabric store and finding a matching button. They're more likely to have a matching button there. But I love this shirt. I remember probably after I got it for like 2 years, I would probably wear it once a week. So it's oversized. It's very big. Oh, it's a medium, but it's cut to be oversized. It's just so light, so comfortable. I just haven't worn it in a long time because I've been waiting to replace this button. It's been a while since I've gone to the tailor. I haven't gone to the tailor since I moved to New York. So the last time I brought clothes to a tailor, I was living in LA. So it'll be fun for me to find a tailor here and to experiment with different ones until I find one that I like and I trust and I can build a relationship with. What's next? All right, so these are black, like cropped kick flare jeans from the brand Mother. And you'll see here, the hem is like a raw edge hem. I also got these in 2018. I feel like 2018 I bought a lot of clothes that I really liked. So it needs to be mended on the inner thighs. And this is a common issue for me. I think we'll see this on a couple of pairs of pants in this pile. Basically, in a lot of jeans, especially jeans that are stretchy, like they have at least 1% elastane or spandex, my inner thighs will rub together at the very top and they'll just cause the jean to break down. So if possible, I would like to try to get these mended. Okay, so this is a Jill Sander shift dress. It's a nice subtle navy color and it has just like an interesting detail that makes it look a little bit like a wrap dress on the front. I thrifted thrifted this many years ago, I think like around 2016, 2017, also at the National Jewish Women's Council. If you guys live in LA and you're not going to the National Jewish Women's Council, like, what are you doing? Okay, that is like one of the best thrift stores in my opinion in the LA area. I love Jill Sander. This was before I feel like Jill Sander really came back. Like, she's obviously always been a very respected designer, but I feel like she hadn't really like broken through in the digital landscape until maybe like what was it, like 2019, 2020? I can't even remember my dates now. I am particularly holding on to this because even though I loved Jill Sander before, I feel like getting rid of this now that she's kind of like broken through the digital noise and is like quite respected would be very silly. I love this dress. You'll see that there's the dress and then there's the lining. The outer shell I believe is wool and then the lining is silk. It's made in Italy. There is a little bit of spandex in the wool for stretch, which I will say you can really tell in the fit of the dress. Like, when I just held it up, it probably didn't look that impressive, but when it's on, it fits so well. Like, it just hugs your body in such a flattering way, but because of the wool and because of the quality of the materials, it still feels substantial. It still feels like it's going to like last all day. I used to wear this all the time when I used to have to go into an office and dress accordingly. It's just a really nice professional dress. It's like a shift dress, but of course there, like I mentioned before, there is kind of that like interesting detail at the front that makes it look like a wrap dress. Yeah, I think it just got like really dirty and dusty in my move, and I just want to get it professionally cleaned, kind of like restore it to what it looked like before, because it did get kind of like banged up in one of my boxes in the move. But I love this dress. I feel like this is why I love thrifting, and this is why once you get to a certain age, it is just so gratifying to shop for high quality things that you want to keep in your closet forever, because I feel like this is a dress that I will never get rid of. I will hold on to this until I am a 6-year-old woman, and this is just something I'm gonna have in my closet forever. Ooh, okay, we're back to pants. Like I was saying with the mother jeans, I often have issues with rubbing or tearing on the thighs, but this, what I am about to show here, probably one of my favorite pairs of jeans I've ever had, and they are, of course, Levi's 501s. Like I was saying earlier, this is the beauty of buying like good things and just having them for a long time. I think I have probably had these jeans since like 2015, 2016. So like almost 10 years at this point. I think like all the 501s I've had, you know, are gonna last me a lifetime. I probably thrifted these either in LA or San Francisco. I can't remember which one. These 501s are really interesting because I am pretty sure that these were doctored, like they were hemmed when I bought them, and they fit me perfectly. The fit is perfect. They fit as a 501 should. They're comfortable, easy to move around in, but the length is perfect. Speaking of big booties, it tore right under the ass cheek, so I just gotta get this fixed. I wear these jeans so much. They're my favorites, and I haven't been able to wear them for the past 2 years because they've just been in my mend pile. They split right before I left LA, and I am so freaking excited to have these back in the fold. Good denim, that's really the dream, right? So to the tailor these go. On to the final thing. This is a wool coat. I thrifted this so long ago. I'm pretty sure I thrifted this in high school. So I've probably had this since like 2006, 2007. If I looked hard enough, I could probably find photos of myself wearing this in high school. I'm pretty sure I've thrifted this in San Francisco or in Vallejo, which is the city just north of San Francisco in the Bay Area. I love this coat. Like I said, it's wool and it has a silk lining. I have worn this many, many times throughout the years. I love a camel coat, but as you can see, it's just kind of like beat up and kind of dirty, and I do just want to get this professionally cleaned. The pockets on the inside, like the silver lining, is pretty bust up. Like I said, I've had this coat for 15 to 17 years at this point. Yeah, it's just beat up. Like the pockets are falling apart, the lining needs mending. I just need to go and get those mended and then get it professionally cleaned because I do really love this coat. It's quite oversized on me, so this is a coat where I can like put a really thick hoodie on underneath or a really chunky sweater on underneath, and there's still plenty of give. Oh my god, I was pulling out the pocket to show you just how bad like the lining needs to be repaired, and the hole is literally so big. I found a glove in it. First of all, where is the other glove? Like, that is how bad this coat has gotten, but I love it to shreds, obviously, clearly. It's time that this guy got some tender loving care. All right, that concludes my list of things I need to get tailored, mended, cleaned, things I need help with. So I just have to get these to a tailor so I can get them back into my wardrobe rotation. Okay, so I have gone through my things that need to be donated. I've de-peeled my sweaters, and then I looked for as many masks as I could find, but I only found about 4, so that's enough. They're rewashable, reusable. That's a pretty good start. Okay, so my camera died, so I had to film this on a different day, but it is time to condition and protect my leather boots, baby. I'm using boot conditioner from the French brand Saphir, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which to me is kind of the gold standard of leather shoe protection. I have these 2 pairs of leather boots today from the brand Vagabond, which I like a lot. This first pair is new. They're like a platform Chelsea boot. I like to condition and protect my boots before we actually get into winter and the weather gets really bad. That way I know that my shoes are taken care of. Also, conditioning your shoes before the season helps make the leather more pliable so that they fit to your foot more readily. This is also really meditative. I ended up just watching TV while I did it and then chatting with a friend as well. It really doesn't take that long, but because it's so relaxing, I just didn't mind taking my time with it. It was really nice. This second pair is also from Vagabond. They're simple, tall, black leather boots with a block heel and a square toe. These are my dressier boots. They're nice to wear when I'm going out to parties or out to dinner or just out into the city. God, they look so good when they're conditioned and shiny. Ugh, I'm so excited to wear them. Okay, last thing. These are my Hunter rain boots that I have had for so long. This was one of my first like quote unquote investment things I ever bought. I think I bought these when I was like 15 or 16. I had saved up the money I earned working at one of the coffee shops in town and bought these, probably because I, saw a photo of like Alexa Chung wearing a pair at Glastonbury, which was like the height of cool in the aughts. These have lasted me for a really long time. Like I said, I've had them for like 17 years, and this is actually the first year I've noticed something wrong with them. I don't know if you could see it, but there is a tiny tear forming in the rubber, so I'm just going to repair it with this Aqua Seal. After I clean them, of course, so that the adhesive, is going on a clean surface. But then once the Aqua Seal is dry, I'll protect these with a spray that's specifically made for rubber boots. Then to close all of this up, I'm using this protectant spray, which is also from Saphir, on my leather boots. And then I'm also going to spray my long trench coat with some Scotchgard just to keep it safe from any mud that might splash on it if I happen to get caught in rain while I'm out. Nothing is better than a hot shower on a cold evening. Am I right? So I'm starting to fold some new products into my routine that are more suited to cold weather. So right now I'm putting on an essence from Beauty by Joseon. I typically use an essence year round. I really like having kind of damp skin before applying my other products, but I especially use it in the autumn winter when my skin is just much drier. In the spring summer it's a nice to have, but in the fall summer it's a must have. So like I said, I'm using the Beauty by Joseon ginseng essence, and then next I'm doing the Paula's Choice 2% BHA. This is a go-to product. Like, I usually have this in my medicine cabinet. I use it on and off year round. It's salicylic acid, so it's fairly gentle. My skin doesn't react to it. It's used to it at this point. About once or twice a week, I'll go in with something a little bit stronger. So this is the Grand Active Retinoid 2% from The Ordinary. I love The Ordinary. I use a lot of their products. And yeah, I do this about once or twice a week. And this is also something that I definitely appreciate in the winter, because my skin just looks a little bit more dead. It's a little bit drier. It's not as like vibrant and fresh and happy as in the winter as it is in the warmer seasons. So I'm not gonna use this tonight, but I use this about twice a week. Eye cream, this is the Estee Lauder. This is actually almost empty. I don't know if you can see. I need to get a new eye cream. I put eye cream on my smile lens too. I don't know if it does anything, but I have heard that I think Beneficence cream from, I think it's Tatcha. I've heard that is really good, so that might be the next eye cream that I try to replace the Estee Lauder one, which is fine. I don't really feel like I'm like a connoisseur of eye creams, you know? And then just my final moisturizer is the Natural Moisturizing Factors from The Ordinary. Pretty simple evening routine in the fall. I have a pretty simple routine year round anyway. I'll just say like between seasons, my focus changes. In the summer, it's a lot about cleaning and purifying because the air in the city gets really gross and I'm very sweaty. And then also in the summer, of course, sun protection, even though that's year round, but I put extra effort into sun protection across my whole body and like problem spots in the summer. And then winter is also protection, but it's about protection from the elements. So I'll use like Aquaphor. Oh, I'll use this stuff. This is diaper rash paste, and I will use this when I go on runs to protect my skin from getting wind chapped. I will also, if I don't have work meetings during the day, I'll just slather this on my face and let it soak in, especially in the winter because my radiators make my apartment very, very dry. And my skin really suffers for it. But I have to do it on days where I don't have meetings and I'm not expecting anyone because this has zinc oxide, so I look like a ghost. Here, I'll show you a little bit. See what I mean? I kind of look like Mrs. Doubtfire after she puts her face in the cake. This like all soaks in like 20-ish minutes, but still because I have deeper skin, there is still a little bit of a white cast. It's like a sunscreen, but it does a damn good job of keeping it soft and moisturized, like a baby's bottom. All right, that seems like a good place to end this video. I am gonna finish getting ready for bed. I'm gonna go in my closet, moisturize my body head to toe, get myself nice and soft. I would love to hear from you guys. What are you doing to prepare for the weather transition, for the colder, darker, shorter days ahead of us? I love knowing what people's seasonal like transitions and rituals are. So let me know in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with me. It was nice. I'll see you guys in the next one.